Well, I have to say this is something I didn't expect to say in the first season. Today is the make or break match to see whether we qualify into the knockout rounds of the UEFA Conference League. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm that Track and Foot Manager, and welcome back to the Green Army. Welcome back to the mighty Europa FC. Today we have Bodo Glimt in the last group stage. Now this is a match that we really should have won the reverse of if we didn't have a goalkeeper who has issues. Don't worry, he's not playing in this one. We are missing both our fullbacks though. Yeah, so anyway, let's get to it. We are top of the league. That's the easy mode bit, isn't it? Yeah, there's been some interesting results in the league. If we just quickly pop to that by clicking the schedule button, there we go. You saw us lose 3-2 to Levski. Then we played Glasses United, beat them 1-0 despite Jake G getting himself sent off in the 17th minute for a horror tackle. Then we played Lynx away. Yeah, that happened. We beat them 14-0. O'Driscoll with a hat-trick, McGrew with 4, Emmanuel Williams got 1, Hernandez got 1, Ndukwu got 2, Borke got 1, Morgan got 1, and Swiderski got 1. By the way, McGrew scored goals on 5, 5, and 10, and 26, which has got to be some kind of record. O'Driscoll got goals on 3, 8, and a 42nd minute penalty. All in all, we were quite decent. Dale got himself sent off for Lynx in the 39th minute, by which point we were already... the 8 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We were 9-0 up in the 39th minute when Dale got himself sent off. And frankly, I'd get myself sent off if I was 9-0 down in the first half. Jalen Hankins somehow got himself a 7.9 despite the fact we didn't come anywhere near our penalty area. I'm assuming he probably got an assist or two. We then played Astana away, and that was a solid 3-1 win. McGrew and Emmanuel Williams with a brace. Beckwith did get himself sent off for a second yellow. That's inconvenient. Then Monscalpe away with a 2-0 win. Stewart with one. Well, Stewart with both, one of which was from the spot. Magpies with another 2-0 win. McGrew and Stewart again. Caetano missed a penalty in that one, which is inconvenient. So if we look at the competitions, we are, well, I mean, we played 7-1-7 in the National League. 21 points. Goal difference of plus 25 from 7 goals. Yeah. 7 games plus 25. Result. But as you can see, where it matters right now is the Conference League. We have a 2-point lead over Bodo Glimt. We have to draw or better, basically. Simple as that. If we lose that game, then we're out. If we don't lose that game, then we're through to the knockouts. So it's kind of essential. The other game today will be College 75, who have 7 points from 5 games and just lost to Europa Point. It's a bit embarrassing for them. So it should be a nice solid win for us in that one. But, well, you know, we can drop our rickets with the best of them. We have got a few minor, not fitness issues so much as workload issues. We've played a lot of football lately. I am rotating. I really am. But in this situation, we have no option but to play this team. Banda's going to be in goal because Hankins can't be trusted. Thomas and Olivero are the fullbacks because both our decent fullbacks are suspended. The midfield, well, I could put Tom Conlon in there instead of Swiderski. I think I will do that, actually. But I also don't want to weaken too much. I considered starting Borke instead of McGrew, but you can't do that. The man's got 24 goals and it's the 10th of December. I have to play McGrew even with a heavy workload. We'll rotate quite badly for the College 75 game. Badly is obviously not the word I meant there. We'll rotate heavily for the College 75 game. But Banda, Olivero, O'Driscoll, Heaton and Thomas, Conlon and G, Stewart and Ndukwu, McGrew and Williams. That's the side that needs to draw or better to keep us in the Conference League. No pressure, guys. Let's just not have any goalkeeping suicide. God, we need a goalkeeper so badly. We really do need. I am very happy at this point. I know I went off to find Hankins because we wanted a homegrown goalkeeper. I no longer care about a homegrown goalkeeper. We absolutely have to get a goalkeeper that's worth his salt. Don't know how we're going to do that because we don't have a scouting range to look outside of Gibraltar. But yeah, this is another one of those teams where they've only got 3 players, numbered below 30. So that is it right there. Goal difference doesn't matter because there's 2 points between us. If they win, we're third. If we win, they're third. And by extension, we're second. And if it's a draw, we stay exactly where we are. So, just don't lose, he says, going into this match with a very attacking mentality. I want to try and hit them early. We're quite good at hitting teams very early, get a goal up, and that might unsettle them. Magruer is through here, and the goalkeeper saves it 2 minutes and 7 seconds in. I'm going to straight away drop back down to attacking. My new strategy is to go in very attacking for the first, literally, not even 5 minutes. Conlon's corner comes in, and it's headed away well. One of Conlon or G will get there first. It's G who gets there first. And sends it back to Thomas and returns the favour, and the highlight ends. I have to notice also that Arsenal have been struggling. Yes, they're top of their group, but only 13 points in that group is quite spectacular. Stewart floats the ball into the area. Magruer's under it, volleys it into Berger, and he was offside anyway, so it doesn't matter. Worth remembering again, I'd forgotten, a draw is enough. They haven't had a shot yet, 25 minutes in. If we can just keep that up, we're through. Stewart knocks it back to G. Thomas, back to G again. Heaton, cross to O'Driscoll, and Oliveira to Magruer. It's good football, it just needs to be a little bit more penetrating, and Conlon does not pick his man out at all. I don't know who that hit. The goalkeeper hit a clearance into somebody. Stewart to Williams, back to Stewart. There's now 4 in the middle. Just pick a ball out. Stewart knocks it back to Thomas, who finds Stewart again, takes a touch, hits it himself, hits Williams, I think, but that puts the goalkeeper on the floor. Williams heads it over the goalkeeper. It's not exactly slick football, but if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. Stewart, I mean, it's a good 1-2 with Thomas here, isn't it? Cuts inside beautifully, takes that touch. It's the defender, to be fair. It hits the defender, and then Williams heads it over the prone goalkeeper, whose name may or may not be Anus. It's not. It's Arnes, I'm sure. But, it's funnier to say Anus. And it's, it's not a swear word. They're still yet to have a shot. We're going into the half-time break. They haven't had a shot. They're about to, though, aren't they? Wallstad to Svensson. G comes charging out. I could smell a booking, but he doesn't get it. And Nordverdlunde to Berger, and Kumsen hits one, and Banda holds it well. And that's the thing, isn't it? When we do concede a chance, it looks like a goal every time. Half-time, we're 1-0 up. What do we say here? We say, not a hint of complacency, thank you and please. Changes, and Dukku's not looked great on the wing. Stewart has actually looked great on the other wing, but I'm just going to shuffle all 3 of them. Magruer is going to go out to the left wing, and then Dukku's going to go out to the right. And Stewart can stay on up top, because that's a bit less work for Stewart, and he's already looking quite tired. The bench could be better, really, couldn't it? But we press on. It's only 1-0. We have 2 goals ahead of a bad result. The good result is where we are now. Conlon over a free kick. Floats it. Goes all the way through. O'Driscoll will go fetch it. Drives across back in again. Stewart with the header just over the top. 53rd minute. We remain 1-0 up. Stewart's going to have to come off soon. He's going to hit this free kick first, though. And he does. And it's just on through for the net. He can get the hook now. That's fine. Who do we bring on? Do we bring on Borke? I don't think we do we? Do we bring on Caetano? Possibly. Bring on Dylan Morgan? I don't think so. I'm going to bring on Borke. Don't think that's the right sub, to be quite honest with you, but we're going to go with it anyway. And my thinking is, he's good in the air. Never seen him win a header, but he is good in the air according to his stats. So that's going to be useful if we do end up just doing what we just did. Or what they just did, even. Nerdal is through. Thomas has just left him, and the goalkeeper does make the save in the end. And that was that highlight, apparently. Right, okay. 2 shots on target. We've seen them both. They were both reasonably convincing. Jake G is looking tired. We can indeed make that sub, but the highlight started, so we're going to wait. Kumsen floats in a free kick, and it's just straight to Banda. Bowls it out to O'Driscoll, and we start again. Olivero back to O'Driscoll, panic ball forward, but that's Emmanuel Williams. And Ndukwu with Thomas on the overlap. And Ndukwu doesn't wait around. Sends it back to Jake G, and now we have no right back. If it breaks down now, we're in trouble. Thomas to Williams. Has a go, and it's a good save from Vienas. We're going with it. We're going with it. It's been committed. Conlon to take the corner. Bodies in the box. Borke again. He's got jumping reach. He's got aerial ability, but he never wins a header. It's staggering. Jake G off. Swiderski on. What's the third change? The third change is in Ndukwu off and Caetano on. And that is 17 minutes to play. Flage. Flaggy? Flage. No idea. He's going to hit one, though. And it's hit the post. Ooh, we are kind of hanging on, really. 10 to play. We're still 1-0 up. 5 to play. And it looks like... Don't say it. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud until that final whistle's blown. You know what it looks like. 91, 92, 93, and we have beaten Bodo Glimt at home. We have secured qualification. And that is staggering for our first... G's got his 6th booking of the season. He's fine. I mean, he's got some reds too. He's probably going to win the special award. Right, so it's £427,000 for beating them. It's another 400 grand, I think, for qualifying from the group. We'll just hang fire here and see when the draw is. Oh, 277 grand for achieving second place. Finances? Sean Connery here. Finances. £3 million. Why are we over our wage budget? When did that happen? Oh, I can add like 20 quid in the wage budget by changing that. Lovely stuff. We're over it by 20 quid, almost exactly. No, 24 quid. I mean, I'll chuck that in myself, if we're being honest. 24 quid, I can probably afford to cover that. Right, when's the draw? Schedule, nope, competitions. When is the draw of the next round, please? No, it's just not going to tell me. All right, we'll just hit continue. Maybe it'll pop up here. Oh, it's on Monday. Right, okay, I'll cut to there. Okay, so for finishing second, we go into the first knockout round rather than the second knockout round of the competition. So we do miss out all the really big teams in this round. But don't worry, there's some pretty damn scary names down there. There are 16 teams in this draw. They are Europa FC, Galatasaray, Göteborg, Krasnodar, Genk, Kortrijk, Ludogorets, Marseille, Molde, PAOK, RB Salzburg, Rosenborg, Santa Clara, Slovan Liberec, Sporting Braga, or Zurich. Is that Grasshopper Zurich? No, it's FC Zurich. Different team. So, it's fairly obvious that there are some good teams in there and there are some not good teams in there. So, our progress literally hangs on what name comes out of this hat. So, let's go. Doesn't seem to be any seeding. Molde will play Galatasaray. That's one of the big ones gone. We're at home first. Ludogorets. Was it not Ludogorets who we were terrified of in the Champions League draw? That we didn't get because we got knocked out by whoever we got knocked out by. Tiraspol. Marseille got PAOK. Well, that's a result. I don't know. Is Ludogorets beatable? I mean, I'd have said not. But at the same time, I'd have said that we wouldn't have gotten out of the Europa Conference League group stages. Ludogorets are one of those middle ground teams, aren't they? They're not Marseille. They're not RB Salzburg. But we're at home first. I'd say we're probably not winning that. When is it? February 18th. That's a way away. That might well still be our next game. Let's see if there's any money involved. Rules. There we go. First knockout round. That one there. Click, 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 click. There we go. Money. £257,000 for turning up. No prize money, but £257,000 for turning up. Nice. Right. Let's go play College 75, shall we? Right, so a fair bit of rotation. I have had a row with Jalen Hankins. You can see he's unhappy. He wants to start more games. I pointed out that last time he started a game, it cost us £500,000. He didn't really agree. So we've had a falling out. I did say you can sod off if you want, but he wasn't prepared to do that either. He just wants to sit here and be grumpy. He'll start this one because we're rotating, so why not? As you can see, heavy rotation. Hankins is in goal. Mullen, Statham, Heaton and Thomas are the back four, with Conlon and Yonton in the middle. Hernandez and Caetano on the wings. Williams and Borke up top. Yeah, we're resting McGrewer, we're resting Ndukwu, we're resting Stewart, O'Driscoll, Beckwith, and indeed Banda. So, it's not a gimme. It's not. I mean, College 75 are a good side. We know we made them that. The one thing, Polakowski, he turned out to be a goalkeeper. That's good. We're doing well. Let's keep it going. 5. They did smash Lions 4-0 in their last game. So, pick team to win the match. There we go. So it's quite possible that they will come into this one on a high. Right, what colour are we in? We're in the black and green, rather than the white and green. It's still not as bad as some of the clashes, I'll tell you. Gaiano hits one in, and it's blocked away by Conlon in the end, and Heaton clears. But they've had the first chance. We're in trouble. We're doomed. We're all doomed. Anyway. To be fair, we haven't started brilliantly. And I know it's a heavily rotated side. But Mullen now has the throw into Conlon. And it is weird, to be honest with you, watching the old team against the new one. Caetano taking on Tala. Cuts back to Mullen. Mullen floats one in. Williams is under it with the header in off the post. Linesman's run off. We are 1-0 up. Emmanuel Williams once again haunting College 75. Yeah, I do still feel bad about it when you realise I poached him. And the one thing that has occurred to me quite recently, I said always I will try and buy players off them for lots of money to try and get some money into the rest of the league. But actually, who am I going to buy off them? Chikuk was quite good, but he's not Ndukwu. And Emrani's quite good, but he's not Conlon or any of our other midfielders, to be honest. He's not Swiderski either. Del Rio's not a bad centre forward, but he's not Williams, and he's definitely not McGrewer. I'll have to look at that more closely. Watson's a kid, I think, at left back, so we might buy someone like him, literally just for the sake of youth prospects, I guess. Borke slots one in front of Thomas. The right back is marauding forward. Thomas loses his chance to shoot, lays it back to Hernandez instead, and Jordan Thomas gets himself an assist instead of a goal, and we're 2-0 up after 20 minutes. The other thing to say about all this, we're going to spend loads of money thing is, there might be 3 million quid in the bank, but we're not being given the transfer budget. Not yet, anyway. I mean, you would hope that next season, once we prove we can go deep in Europe and also win the league again, you'd hope that we're going to be given some cash. But we might not, ultimately. First, you've got to find people worth buying. Galliano floats one in. Statham heads it across for goal rather than away, but Williams finds the Yonton. Now, he can break away. Borke's in front of him. He's picked him out to feet instead of in front of him, but that's fine. Hernandez to Thomas. Borke's now back in the centre. Thomas can pick out a cross. Cuts it back to Yonton, who floats one in. Conlon's under it, and who was that? Was that Conlon or Caetano? One of the two of them. Headed into the keeper's hands. The one thing we really need is scouting range. And last time I asked for it, they refused purely because they thought I didn't need it. But we really do. We need to be able to scout into Europe and South America to pick up these 17-year-old kids who we can turn into homegrown players. Because homegrown players is what's going to absolutely hold us back. Del Rio threw on goal and beats Hankins, and it's 2-1. And Julian Del Rio, I can't believe that's only his third goal of the season because he's a very good centre forward. If he was Gibraltarian, I'd have bought him instead of Williams. I like him more. But I needed the Gibraltarian squad slot. Again, that's what's holding us back. The one thing that confuses me a bit, I have to say, is that when I went to look at Lincoln's squad, they appear to only have about 3 homegrown players. So I really don't know what they're doing to put a side out. I might be wrong. It might be that I don't have the scouting of them to know that about them or what. But Conlon floats the ball in now. Hernandez is under that one, tucks it in the bottom corner, but he was offside. And we need to be a little bit more obedient with the offside trap, don't we? I'm not sure those lines are in the right place, though, I have to say. Never mind, he tucked it in nicely anyway. At least he proved he can finish. And we're going to demand more before half-time, because at the minute, 2-1's not really enough. Eonton up the line to Borke. Here's Hernandez. Borke's fouled in the box, and Heaton will take the penalty. Why? Apparently our centre-half takes penalties. Who knows? It's a nice pen, to be fair. And what's he doing? Has he hurt his back? Is he injured himself? I don't know. Is he doing an Eto? I have no idea what that was, but never mind. It's a nice pen. Fair play. We're 3-1 up. I have no idea what the celebration was. Conlon to take a corner. Driven into the back post, and then Williams has hit the post and it goes wide. And we go in at half-time 3-1 up. We look solid. No complacency, please. What do we do? Do we make changes? 3-1? No, I'll give it another go. But then I didn't actually bring anyone weak to bring on, because I did fear that we wouldn't turn up because we rotated so much, so I brought a strong bench. So I may... Oh. Just started the sentence, I may not make any changes. And then that happens. Right, let's bring on... No, let's bring on Russell Stewart, because he used to play for them, so it'll be funny. I mean, for more footballing action or something. I might look at signing Del Rio. But striker's the one position we really don't need. Especially if Maguire's going to be banging in 40 a season. Stewart over the free kick. Driven in beautifully. He takes a free kick and a half, doesn't he? And that's his 10th of the season. Puts us 4-1 up. And that one. And that game is now over. And once again, proving that we really don't need to come back for league games, do we? It's going to be Lincoln occasionally, and then we're not going to come back for league games. There's no point. If we can... How many of our first team are in this? 1... 2... 3 now, I guess. 3 of our first 11 are playing today. And we've smashed them, to be fair. I mean, it's not an absolute stuffing, but... Yeah, we'll do. That'll do, won't it? That will do, Donkey. We have now a plus 28 goal difference off 8 games, and we are 6 points clear at the top of the table. Because we've won every game. Good win, good performance. But yeah, like, what's our first 11? It's not him. It's not him. It's sometimes him. Yeah, Heaton maybe is in the first 11. Mullen is in the first 11. And Emmanuel Williams is in the first 11. And Stewart is. So we'll say 4 of the first 11 played in that game. We don't know anything about his injury. Why are you asking me already? Pulled calf muscle. 4 weeks. Don't know. Right, so that'll do. We'll be back in February, I imagine, unless something massive happens between now and then, to play Ludogorets home and away. I will see you there. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new, share the love, spread the word, etc, etc. Comment, chat with me. I'm friendly. I don't bite often unless you like that sort of thing, in which case, I mean, everyone's got their price. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.